Between April and June 2018, I followed the Couch to 5K programme that aimed to get you from lazing on your sofa munching biscuits to running for 30 minutes 3 times a week over a 9-week course. By the end, I'd made 30 minutes, but I didn't get to 5K. So in 2019, on the first anniversary of starting the original programme, I set myself a brand new challenge. By increasing my running time by 1 minute per run within the same 9-week period, can I finally vlog my way to 5K?
Hello again, and it is week 7 of my Couch to 5K revival, and I can't believe where the weeks are going actually. This is sort of flying by, and we're adding another minute today, so 35 minutes, and this should be a monumental week because all being well I should get to 5K this week. Might even happen on today's run, but we'll see. And also other news, instructions are, let's face it, for wimps, but I've accepted the fact that I fall into that category, and so I have read some instructions for my watch to stop me pressing stupid buttons. So, what I have done is to discover how not only can I track the time, I can also put in a goal. So I haven't got to keep looking at my watch to say, oh, if I reach my 30 however many minutes, I can actually put in there that I want to run so many minutes. I know this, you think this is obvious? It should have been obvious, it wasn't to me. But also, crucially, it has some other really neat things that it can do, which will help me as I reach my brand new goal, which I'm going to talk about later in this video. So make sure you stay with the video right to the end, because once I hit that 5K, I have a slightly different challenge I'm going to set myself for the rest of this second series, if you like, of videos. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, enough waffling. I must carry on my warm-up, and who knows what's going to happen. You'll find out quicker than I will. Yeah! 5K. I've done it. 5K. Come on down. Yeah. Well, what more can I say? Not only was it 5K, 5.31K today, and my split times averaged 6:36. So I honestly didn't think I'd do it today, or if I did, I thought it would be kind of tight. But I did. And also, because I've now read the instructions for my watch, rather than just having the time on the screen, which I normally have, I'm able to put multiple metrics on there. I know you know this, but you know, being a bloke, oh yeah, I know how this works. Yeah, I don't have to read the instructions. Yeah, right. But this shaky bit of video that I'm just cutting in now, this is where it just pinged over to 5K, and you might be able to make out several metrics on the screen. So that's quite good, because now I can actually see without having to press buttons. I can see what I'm doing, I know. So anyway, 5.31 kilometres, and I have finally, for the very first time ever, I run 5K. And for a lot of people that's no distance at all, but it's a real achievement. I'm chuffed a bit, I have to say. Really pleased. So I spoke about another challenge that I'm going to set myself, and I would have said it after the next run if the next run had been the 5K run, but as I've done it now, I originally said my original challenge was to try and get to 5K by week 9, so matching the 9 weeks of the original Couch to 5K. So I've done that now early on week 7, run 1. So I'm doing 2 runs a week, so you don't have to be Albert Einstein to work out. I've got 5 runs to go, and I did the 5K, I think, in about 33.5 minutes, something like that, so I'm really close. But what I would like to try and do by the end of week 9 is to do 5K in 30 minutes. That means that my split times have to be about 6 minutes. See, there's a brain up there somewhere. So I was on there, was it 6:36 was my average. Some were quicker than that, some were a little bit slower. I think my slowest was about 6:44, and I had some faster ones at sort of 6:20 something, I think. So I'm not there, and I actually don't feel too bad. I know I've been running, but then that's the general idea, isn't it? Let's be honest. But yes, that's what I'm going to do now for the second run, and for week 8 and for week 9. And my task is to try and get to running the 5k in 30 minutes. That's my new challenge. So that's it for week 7 run 1, a monumental one. And if you've been with me from the start through the original 9 videos and now these 7 videos, so this might be your umpteenth video that you're watching about this, then you'll know what an achievement that is and how I really wanted to get to it. So yeah, really chuffed about that. So now it's just a case, I'll cross over here, of getting onto the second run, which I will now do, and hopefully you can join me for that. And so the car had stopped there, and I thought, let's get this safe, because I do feel a bit of an idiot walking down talking to my phone. Let's be honest, people must think, what is he doing? Anyway, I digress. So what I'm going to do, get on to week 7, run 2, try and start decreasing my time, which I can now monitor on my watch, and see if I can start to pull that back. See if I can do 5k in maybe, I think it was about 33.5, so I'll try and get to do it in more like 32, and then maybe week 8 be working back towards 30, 31. It'd be nice if we're in week 9 I could have 2 runs, 30 minutes, 5k. That would be my goal. But let's see how we get on. Quite enough waffling. I'll see you for run 2. Hello, here we are again. Now, I'm doing this slightly differently today, because having got to 30, whatever it was, 35 minutes, normally I'd be pressing the button to go to 36 minutes, but I'm not doing that today. Today it's slightly different, and I'm going to set myself a target of getting to 5k, but trying to do it quicker. So with the gadgetry, I have set the watch to give me a pace of 6 minutes and 30 per kilometre. And apparently something happens if you drop below the pace that you've set. I've got no idea what that is. Perhaps something comes out and bashes you on the head. Hello, say hello to the wife. She said it's electric shock. Yeah, perhaps something bashes you on the head. I don't know, perhaps like you run around a corner, there's an orchestra there playing the Ride from the Valkyries or something. I really don't know, but something happens. I hope it's not an electric shock. Something happens, and then you know. I imagine it's less exciting than any of the things I've just mentioned. But anyway, I'll see what happens, and hopefully it means that I can reduce my time from 33 odd minutes, whatever it was, 33:20 was it for 5k, to something more like 32, and with the goal being that I get to the 30 by week 9. So anyway, enough of that. As you can see, I have a pacemaker here on a bicycle, so I don't quite know how that's going to go. But anyway, enough waffling. I'll carry on warming up, and I'll let you know how I got on at the end. Whoa, there we are. So I've got to the end of 5k, and it took me 34 minutes. So yeah. Now with the thing that's monitoring my pace, it didn't play a trumpet voluntary or anything. It tells me at the end of each kilometre. So at the end of a kilometre, it pings, I've done a kilometre, and then it'll tell me whether I'm on pace or behind. So it only tells you when you do that, when you finish a kilometre, rather than as you're running. I mean, I can look at my watch and see it now that I've worked out how to put several metrics on the screen. Yeah, duh. So somebody mentioned to me actually in a comment recently to last week's video about Nike Run Club. I'd forgotten all about Nike Run Club. I think it was Victoria who sent that comment in. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'd used Nike Run Club about a year ago when I was first finished Couch to 5k, and it tells you in your ear how you're going. So it might be worth digging that out and having another look at it. But anyway, there we are. So 34 minutes, and I've got 4 runs to go to see whether I can get to 5k in 30 minutes. It's amazing actually how much you feel you're having to go faster just to shave off, well in this case it's to shave off or try and shave off about 10 or 15 seconds. That's all per kilometre. So yeah, that actually took me 40 seconds longer. Now I did take a slightly different route. I took the route, I think I mentioned it a few runs ago, where they've opened this new zigzag path, and I went down that, but of course that does involve running back up it again, which is, yeah. So maybe what I need to do on my next run is to go back to that coastal route, which is, yeah, there are some inclines on it, and, but it's just a route that I'm quite comfortable with. Also the surface running, I think I mentioned last time, the surface running on this route I've taken today isn't quite as good. So I'm making up excuses, aren't I? Yeah, I know. But there we are. So that's the end of week 7, and it's sort of it's mixed news, isn't it? So week 8, well, what can I do? I'll try again, beginning of week 8, probably the 6:30 again, the pace, and see how I go. But I'm not going to be downbeat about it. I've just run 5k again, and it was fine. So it's all positive, and I'm going to carry on thinking positive. This other goal is, yeah, it would be nice to do, but it's not the end of the world if I don't manage it by the end of week 9. It's something to aim for, but it's not the end of the world if I don't make it. Anyway, that's quite enough of me waffling. I'm going to say bye for now, and I'll catch you in next week's video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button that you'll see on screen now, because it really does encourage me to make more videos if you like and subscribe. And I've got lots of content coming up on the channel apart from these running vlogs and other things going on as well. Techie stuff, but also some non-techie stuff as well. So look out for that. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week.